Welcome back to the Close Friends List pod, everyone. We are Erin and Katie, and we are just going to yap today. We have a couple things that we've watched slash heard together. We're going to just catch up on life.
And this is going to be slightly different than our actual catch-up episode because that was about us, and this is going to be about pop culture and things that are happening roughly this week. I
Yeah,
mean, it's trickling in from weeks prior, but things we've
yeah,
talked about before, we need to circle back on. New things have
yeah,
arisen. So,
yeah. But
yeah,
also, I do have a few things
this is
that
true.
happened to me
This is
that
true.
we need to discuss. So, first, last week, I went to the Heated Rivalry Club night at the
And
Vermont.
I need your full debrief because you only gave pieces
Yeah,
in the group chat. So please
yes.
enlighten.
So I was like, obviously, I'm on the West Coast. Savannah and Katie are on the East Coast. And I was texting them midnight my time. Obviously, they weren't replying. But then they're waking up at 4:35 my time,
Right.
replying, and then moving on. And I'm like, wait, no, I wanted to bring this back. So
It's
I
the moving
figured
on. That
right
group
now.
chat moves fast.
Quick, every day I wake up to 100+ messages and I read all the texts.
It's the
And
newspaper. What
it,
did I
it is my daily
miss?
news. But yeah, so Heated Rivalry Club Night. It was a time. First of all, I thought it started at 9:30. Started at 10:30, doors open at 9:30, even
Oh.
though everywhere was like it starts at 9:30. Anyway, so I knew it would go on for 4 hours. And so I'm looking at my watch at 10:30 being like 10, 11, 12, 1, like this is going
Yeah.
on for ages. Um, but it was fun. Like it was a vibe. The place was packed. It started off, we were like watching the edits, and I was like, are all of these videos like the same thing in different fonts? Obviously, because we
I
only
mean,
have six
yes.
episodes. And then they
Yeah.
started like incorporating like other queer shows and then just like random music videos and like just they also took all the content that Hudson, Connor, and Francois have been doing
hmm
and put them into on the big screen. And we were all screaming, crying, like we loved it. They were playing bops, but then so it was fun. All in all, I had a great time. Me and my two friends went, it was great. The DJ, shout out DJ Jeffrey. He was great, but he needed to not play full songs. Because why are
You
we
know,
playing from start to finish a 3 minute
well,
and 30-second song when it could have been verse, chorus,
yeah.
done, like transition.
So this is where you need to earn your keep as a DJ and read the
Yeah.
room. And also,
Yeah.
isn't DJing not playing the whole song? But secondly, the other side of the coin to that is it is a 4 hour situation.
No, it
So,
is. And he, like, I
so he's got
understand, like,
some,
I get
yeah,
it.
yeah,
But that was like the first thing. And I was like, okay, so like if we're calling ourselves a DJ, we need to be able
yeah,
to mix things together
yeah.
better. And then two, he was like, I'm a DJ, but then 3/4 of the time, this man was on the stage, not behind the DJ booth. He was on the stage, like dancing around, putting the mic to people. And I was like, okay, this is getting crazy. The
Yeah,
third
he's more of
thing,
like the front man with
yeah, he
music.
was the front man.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah,
like, he had the like songs lined up, but
yeah,
then like that's that. And again, still a fun time.
yeah.
And then the third thing, it was just I don't know how else to say this. It was a lot of white people music. And I was just not like I knew it wouldn't be like ratchet bops, but I was like, from these edits that we have seen, a
Right.
lot of Meg, a lot of like Cardi, a lot of whatever.
hmm
The one Meg song was played.
Was
Well,
it the
that
whole song or
edit,
just the edit?
it was just the edit, and then
That's
they switched.
crazy.
And I was like, oh.
So like 40 seconds, which is
Yeah,
what you would normally expect from a DJ set. Let's start there.
exactly. Exactly. But I was
But
just expecting a little more. And also, I was expecting the full song since he's been playing the full song for the past 3 hours.
yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
like, that was crazy. And I was just like, half of the
Well,
songs, I was like, how am I supposed to dance to these?
yeah. Yeah.
But I was still
Well, and
moving and
then
grooving. Like, it
there's
was
the 18 plus of it all too.
okay.
That
Yeah, let's
is
talk
a
about it.
piece to this puzzle, I
Let's
think.
talk about it. Because I when we first walked in, I was like, I am the oldest person here. But then as the night went on, more people started to come, and I was like, okay, I
Well, the
should have come
later you're out.
later. I should have
Yeah,
come
yeah.
later. But yeah, I didn't realize it was 18 plus until like I got to the thing, and my friend was like, oh, also it's 18 plus, and I was like, oh. And then I made that TikTok because I was like, obviously, I have to take advantage of this. But it was just
A moment in
it wasn't
time.
like weird or anything. Like we
Yeah.
were all just like dancing, screaming, like at when the edits came on, and like he was like, "Who's Team Ilya? Who's Team Shane?" And like we're like, like it was just a great
That's
time.
funny.
So that was fun. Got home at like 2 something, exhausted. Then I had a full day ahead of me on Saturday. And I was like, let me stop by. I've been wanting the Sunny LAFC jersey because
Hmm.
I asked my mom for it for Christmas and sent her the link like a month or so before. And tell me why she opens the link the week before Christmas. Like this
Right.
man's jersey
Right.
isn't sold out all the time. Like, what are we
Yeah.
talking about? So I was like, you know what, I have to go get it. But then I had been looking, LAFC headquarters has crazy weird hours. It's like Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to
Oh,
3.
jeez.
So I have to go
10 to
during a
3.
work day or on
Yeah.
Saturday. And so I was like, okay, like I'm already out and about. I'll just go and pray that this man's jersey is at the store. Because like online it still said it was sold out.
Yeah.
So um
I mean, that's what I was running into in Dallas when
yeah,
we went, it said it was
yeah,
sold out online and then they were there. So, I mean,
yeah,
anything could go.
exactly. So I walk in, his face already plastered on the door. I was like, okay, I'm in the right place, obviously. Walk in, I see jerseys galore, everybody else's name and number but his. And I was like,
Well,
okay. And then I was like, maybe they had like just plain jerseys, no name on the back. So I was like, maybe I
yeah.
can get one and they can stamp it and then we move
Uh-huh.
on. And then I was
That's
looking,
probably more
looking, looking.
expensive because it's like custom now
A
or whatever.
thousand
Yeah,
percent,
yeah.
yeah.
Whatever
And
that's about.
so I was looking, looking, looking. I see a women's corner. I was like, okay, like I would obviously rather
Ugh.
have the men's fit of this jersey, but like if they only have it in the women's fit, fine. So I see one and I was like, oh my gosh. So I rush up to it, look at it. Obviously, small, medium,
Ugh.
extra small, like
And in a
the
women's
la
cut, like, come
I know.
on.
I was like,
A
that's not fitting
small.
me. That's not
Yeah.
fitting me at all. I see a large and I was like, okay, I tried on. It was tight, but it could
Yeah.
have worked. I was also wearing another shirt on underneath it. So I was like, okay, like I'll hold this. I'll keep looking, but I'll hold this. And then
So
I
no one else takes
see,
the only large in the store.
yeah, exactly. So then I like loop a corner past this like kind of kiosk they have in the middle of the floor and I see more of his jerseys. I run over
Oh.
that, not run, I fast walk.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh my gosh. So I'm looking small medium I'm like, please.
Were they men's or
No, they were women's.
oh
The very
man.
last one was an extra large. I put it on, I said, okay, this is the one. It was giving like kind of the what a large men's would be, and I was like, okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
It is still a little like the sleeves are shorter, but like, okay, that's fine. Like, I'm fine with a shorter
Yeah.
sleeve, like whatever.
You have to
Anyway,
compromise sometimes. You know, I mean,
exactly, exactly. So finally found a Sunny jersey, got to buy it. And it was cheaper since it was the
well,
women's cut. It was cheaper. So I was like, you
so
know
there are
what?
some wins
You
here.
know
Yeah.
what? Exactly. But yeah, so then went to the mall, spent more money,
I know.
and
Here we are
then
again.
and here we are again. And then oh my God. I went to this, I had seen a TikTok about this Korean restaurant in Cerritos, which is like to the west of Long Beach. So it's south or to the east of Long Beach, southeast. And so I was like, that looks delicious. We have to go. Basically, they only serve like pork belly, like cut
Hmm.
up, basic like Korean barbecue, but just pork belly, and then like a bunch of side dishes and whatever. And so I was like, we have to go to my friend. So we go, pull in, like, I'm pulling up to the restaurant. It doesn't open till 5. I'm pulling up at 4:45. Line out the door already. I was like, oh my gosh,
Oh,
like it's not open line already. I was like, okay. So we were sitting in the parking lot waiting, eyeing. I was like, if more people start showing up, we will be getting out and like standing at the thing. He was like, okay.
yeah.
So a couple more people go in. I was like, we have to go. We have to stand. So we're standing there for like 12 minutes. And the people come out, they're like, how many, how many, how many? I'm like, okay, two. And then doors open, blinds start going up like it's a event. I'm like, okay. I
Interesting.
was like, okay, this
This
is
wasn't like a grand opening, right? Like this place
no,
has,
this was
okay, okay.
just like a
An average
Saturday night.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we go in, place is packed, food bomb, so
Yeah.
good. And I would definitely go again, but it's like one of those places that it only has like the one set menu and then it's so much food and they give you like fried rice, like the
Yeah.
pancake, the like this, that, the third. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't eat it. So me, like, we'll go again, but we have to bring another person. Like it was
Yeah.
so much food. But yeah, like it was delicious. I still dream about her. That was my weekend.
Well,
And
I need to
then,
hear about the Kings game. Although I can't wait for Adia to get back because I need to hear her thoughts on the arena, the
yeah,
experience. But,
yeah,
I gotta
I'll give
hear.
you my side of the story.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, literally. There's two sides to every
There's
story.
two sides. So, no, so Adia is in LA. So we went to a Kings game. Obviously, Adia hockey girl, Erin couldn't care less. But because Adia is one of my besties, I will go to a game with her, obviously. And like live sports, I'm like, it's something
It's
about it. Like
different.
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a
They
moment.
get the crowd going.
Exactly. So we get there. Immediately, Adia's like, I need to buy that jersey off the side of the road. I said,
Yeah.
okay, like, here we go. It's sparkly, it's fun. We park in this alley. She's like, this is sketchy. I was like, this is safer than a lot of other places. Anyway, we go in, we have this VIP moment. So we're walking through this like
Yeah.
restaurant. And then we get to our seats, and this guy, Jonathan, shout out Jonathan, he pops up. He's like, let me know if you guys need anything. Like, I'll be here. And I was like, whoa, my God, we haven't even
Interesting.
looked at anything. So we order like bevs, and then we were sat there, we were like, let's make some TikToks. And then we were waiting for warm-ups to start. So we ventured away from our seats and went to the other side of the rink, and we were like trying to find our way to like where the Kings were exiting. And so Adia sees like an exit place, people are around it. I was like, girl, I think that's where the Rangers are. Like, I'm pretty sure Kings are over there. And so we like move over. There's like nobody. There are people around the glass, but like
Yeah.
not
Well,
where they
the
exit.
photo the photo she sent, there was not as many people. Granted, I mean, it may not have been as close to warm-ups, but there was tons of people on the Rangers side and like nobody on the LA side.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, there were
what is
so many.
happening?
I was
Yeah.
like, because there were like people on the other side as well, but
Yeah, it
like
just was like
not really.
less.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
not busy at all. Like from
Yeah.
pics that I've seen you guys share of like warm-ups and
Well,
things, I was
and
like,
for
it
like a
was not
home
busy.
team, yeah, because the
Yeah.
caps, I mean, it was like 3 rows deep at the caps to get to the
Yeah, no, no,
glass.
no.
And
We
yeah,
were, it was maybe one row deep, and then
that's
we were kind of
crazy.
like up there by whatever. Um, so we were waiting there, and the players coming out, we like are right there. And so I'm getting my video. I'm like, I don't care
Hmm.
about these men, but like
We
I'm
will be getting the
filming. I'm
info. Yeah.
filming. And so yeah, so then they start doing their warm-ups. They're tossing kids pucks and waving high, whatever. But it wasn't giving like none of them were going around taking selfies. None of them were like they were just doing their little
Locked in.
drills and then tossed a kid a puck or two and then moved on. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough. There
Hmm.
was one, so Adia like wrote puck on her phone. Um, and I was like, yeah, girl, hold it up. Like, come on. And so
Yeah,
she like
yeah.
had it held up and she was like moving it around and I was like dancing to the music and watching like what was happening on the ice. And the security guard is like, your phone's off.
Uh,
And
oh, T.
I was like looked over at Adia and I was like cracking up because he was not paying attention, but then he looked at her and
Yeah, with
he was
nothing.
like, your phone's off. Like, oh my God, Adia, your phone's off. She was like, whoop. And then she goes up. But yeah, it was funny. But it was so we went back to our seats eventually and it was like pretty empty, I feel like, until maybe like definitely after the game started. Like that's when it
Yeah.
started to fill out.
I mean, it was like a
Vibes,
what, a Wednesday night or something. So it
yeah,
is, a
Tuesday. Yeah,
weekday.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Vibes were good, except for these old men that were sitting behind us. They were
Oh
like having
God.
some crazy talk, and I was like twitching, but I was like, okay, it's fine. Yeah, they
I mean, vibes were
won.
up. Yeah. I
So,
know. Adia texted because we have a group chat with the hockey girls, and
oh,
she's
I
like,
saw
not the game being tied. I told Erin it was gonna be an easy win for LA, and it's
she
like,
when she
yeah,
said like we were walking in, she was like, "Girl, if we don't win," I was like, "Don't say that because that will jinx
exactly.
us." I was like,
Yeah.
"Literally, don't."
No,
Like,
because literally when we went to the Caps game, this Caps fan like asked me because I was wearing a Dallas jersey, like, how are they doing this year? And I'm like, well, they're on like a 10 game losing streak or whatever,
yeah,
And so they're definitely gonna like Caps are gonna win tonight. And then they lost. So yeah, it's definitely like in the
yeah.
you can't put that out there.
You
That's for
literally just
sure.
can't jinx it.
Yeah.
So, luckily, she didn't fully jinx it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We
Just enough to
still,
keep the game
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah. But I was like, y'all, what is happening actually? Because it's we're missing things. There were like like the third period goal was open
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they were shooting. I was
Some
like, isn't this what y'all are practicing?
No,
Like, isn't this
literally.
what you're
Some
getting
teams
paid
are
the big bucks
worse.
for?
Yeah, some teams are worse than others because the Dallas Stars cannot buy an empty net goal, let me tell you. And apparently the Kings can't either.
Yeah.
So whatever that's about, like I guess
I
there's
was
something to be
screaming.
said. No,
Yeah.
literally. It's crazy. Well, I'm glad it
But
was a good time overall,
yeah,
you
good
know.
time, easy to get out,
You
and
know,
that's always a good time.
that really is because that can make or break an experience, you
No,
know? I mean, if you're
exactly.
sitting in a parking lot, we got fucking locked in Jersey.
No.
Hello.
Oh my
They had us
gosh.
locked in the parking garage. Not one door was open. And so everybody's sitting in their cars, nowhere
I
to
feel like that
go.
I feel like
I
that
mean, it's
happened to me
crazy.
after a Jonas Brothers concert.
You know, I
Though
wouldn't
I
put it
went
past the
and I was
Jonases.
like, hell, I was like 5. It was like below ground. So it wasn't even
Yes.
below
Yeah.
ground, locked in, and I was like, oh, this is scary. And we're
You're like
not
going to
moving.
the
And I've
front, like,
been
hello.
hello, and no one's moving. So,
It's crazy. So yeah, always can
but yeah,
good to get out quick. That's for sure.
exactly, exactly. So, yeah, it was a
Nice.
fun time. Um, Ordered a hot chocolate. Sue me.
Oh my God.
I saw the hot drinks. I said, you know what I'm getting.
You
And she was like,
know,
looked and she was like, fair enough. I said, at least I didn't buy a packet of it. Like it was just
exactly.
a one, like I was
A
gonna get a
one
drink.
off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I didn't get two. I got a hot tea after. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Was it worth it? That hot chocolate?
no, it was actually
It's
really
everything.
good. It was like good, like the good chocolate and not just
Yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah.
packet.
Well, if you're
So
paying for it, it
yeah,
should be.
exactly. And it was
Yeah.
cheaper than a soda. So I was like,
Oh,
and again,
okay.
it was $5 instead of 7.50. So
Which is okay, crazy, but
no, criminal, but
for the soda, anyway.
yeah, for both.
Well, carbonated water and syrup, we're paying like it's crazy what's
Seven
happening out
fifty.
here. I
Yeah.
know. I know.
So we're drinking water from now on, and nothing else.
That's what they want.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'll do. But yeah, those were my highlights of the week.
Love. I didn't do a thing, I don't think.
I love
You know
that.
what
And
I
I wish that
mean?
was me because I've been
You're like,
busy.
I want to catch up. And I'm like, girl, I don't
You're
think I
like, I
did
don't do.
anything. I'm sure there's something, but just
Yeah.
I didn't have anything prepared and also nothing's coming to mind.
And
So
that's okay. That's
that's
okay.
that. Yeah.
But speaking of things we do have prepared,
Yeah, exactly. We got to get into some of this stuff
yeah, I
because
feel like,
wait, should we start with our question of the week because it leads
yes,
into, so we're going
yeah.
back a little. We haven't done a
Okay, yeah,
question of
yeah.
week in the while. However, I saw this question floating around
Yeah.
today and it's got to be. Okay. And I don't know if I have an answer. Okay, so question of the week is if you had access to the full video, full audio to either Solange and Jay-Z in that elevator or Victoria Beckham at Brooklyn's wedding, which would you pick? You can only get one.
Yeah. And I feel like as much as I want to see Vicky B like get down, I need to know
To
what happened in
hear.
that elevator. Because like
I know.
three insane albums came out of that.
That's true.
I need to know.
See, and I feel like that's the right answer because like this week I'm inclined to say Vicky, but that's
Of course.
just because I'm so desperate to know right now. However,
Exactly.
longevity wise, I do think there's more bang for my buck with the
Yeah, in the
elevator,
first, yeah.
but
It's just
I
like,
need
yeah,
a
it just,
two
I
like
need it.
millionaire billionaire wedding and there's not one video floating around. Like, let's be serious. Y'all
No,
sign
literally.
NDAs or something?
I'm like, they probably did, but like, how long did those NDAs last? Because when did
That's
Brooklyn and what's her name get married? So
I
I feel
don't
like it's been two
remember.
years.
I think
I
it's been
don't know.
2 or 3 because they just did a
Yeah,
vow renewal, which is why this is
right.
all coming up
Right,
again.
right, 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 right.
So yeah, let's for those who maybe aren't aware, because I feel like this took the internet by storm this week. However,
Yeah.
I come to find often that I talk about things and then people are like, I
No,
literally
like,
didn't
I
see
don't know
that.
what that is.
So for years, there's been speculation and some truths to
Yeah,
the Beckham family having like little rifts.
yeah.
There's been
Mainly
claims that
between,
Victoria, yeah, and
yeah, Victoria
Brooklyn,
and David, and then
yeah,
Brooklyn, like the parents versus Brooklyn,
right,
really.
exactly. And there's been rumors about how they don't like Nicola and how they don't really support their wedding or their marriage. And, it's all been kind of whispers. And again, some truths, because there was like, Vicky was supposed to make the wedding dress for Nicola, but then she ended up with like a custom, I don't even remember who,
Hmm.
whatever dress. So
Yeah, it was
there,
like Dior or something.
I
But
think it
then
was, yeah.
I saw like, because I've seen people talk about it from both sides that it was like,
Yeah.
I saw an article that was like she was always supposed to have that Dior or whatever
Right, because
dress.
they made it for like a whole, it's custom. It's a
Like
whole
it's
year
custom, it's
out.
been,
Yeah.
it's not just like
Yeah.
at the
She got it off the rack.
15th, yeah, like
Yeah.
they just last minute threw it together. Like it was a custom dress that she had. Anyway, continue
Yeah.
going.
Well, and I don't know, like, I'm not going to go through too many other, like, other details that have come up, but it's a lot has come out historically about, like, the marriage and the wedding, how the
Yeah.
Beckhams, Victoria and David, maybe don't support this marriage. But, they were there at the wedding and seemingly supportive. But that's where all the allegations come in as well, because is it all for the cameras? So, this has always been kind of floating around. I feel like there's two sides to every story again. But this week, Brooklyn takes to his Instagram because they did a vow renewal, and I don't know what set him off. I'm sure there was something said in the press, from his parents' camp about the vow renewal that he didn't vibe with or whatever. He goes on Instagram, makes a 5 post story spread talking about my parents only ever do things for the cameras. They never wanted me to get married to her. They pulled out of her wedding dress at the last minute. All, I mean, allegations.
It was like too long, first of all,
Yeah.
the five stories. And then I was like, what set him off? Because this is crazy. But I do remember like a couple weeks ago, David or Victoria, or was it Romeo, who said he was like, my parents, like, they didn't see this or
Wait.
they didn't unfollow because like
No,
he
that was
blocked
this
them.
week. That was this week.
Wait,
And it was Cruz.
I thought
Cruz came out, I thought, and said, because,
I
well,
don't know.
I don't
One of the
know.
other brothers
Yes, I
came out
don't.
and said,
Okay, TBD on when that was released, but
yeah,
yeah, they posted something about, yeah, we wouldn't even know that you were doing that because
because you
we didn't
blocked
unfollow
us.
everybody, you blocked
Yeah, yeah,
everybody. We all
yeah.
woke up locked. Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know if that was pre or
I
post
think
stories, but
it was definitely before the
well, the
stories because I
blocking, but I don't know
the blocking,
when.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I remember seeing that like I feel like it was like a
Okay.
week or two ago. And so I
Okay.
was like, that's crazy. And then now this, and I
Yeah.
was like, that's crazy. But then I saw a clip of David Beckham talking about Brooklyn, and he was like, like kids, blah blah blah. Kids do
Yeah.
what they do, we can
Well,
only
and
I was
something
like,
we
that's
didn't mention
crazy.
about the stories was one of the allegations is that Victoria was dancing inappropriately on Brooklyn during, did he say that it was during like the mother-son dance or during
I
one of their
can't
first dances? He's
remember.
alleging she like ruined one of the like family dances though with
Yeah.
this, and he felt
Hmm.
uncomfortable. Um, which I mean, you're entitled to your
Yeah.
feeling on, she really might have been in his space. It's
Yeah.
everything else that I'm wondering about, you know,
Yeah.
the, I'm on the fence because not about the dancing, because again, feel how you want to feel. You can feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Whether or not she was doing
Absolutely.
anything inappropriate, we'll find out one day probably. But
Yeah.
I do think, there's definitely some truth probably in that they're cold to her, but there is probably some truth in that. I
Hmm.
mean, she was 27, he's what, 22. She probably told him,
Yeah.
I want to get married before 30. And they kind of,
I
he was
also
even younger. I thought he was like 21 or 20,
yeah,
whatever. I
they've been
mean,
dating for
this is true.
a
This is
bit.
true.
And then I
And
feel
she
like isn't
dated,
her family like kind of kooky?
yes, and she also dated Anwar Hadid, and she had a similar, people are speaking out about their relationship and saying that like
Mm.
the way that he was separated from the family. Granted, Yolanda's crazy too. I mean, you know what
Oh.
I mean? It's like, so what are
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah. So what
like?
are we talking about?
We're comparing
She's like, let me
future
get a
mother-in-laws,
son
but
with a crazy mom. Like,
no, literally. But people are saying like Anwar was also like seemingly removed from his family while they were dating, or like
mm-hmm.
generally. So there is like some patterns happening here, right?
Yeah.
Like there's definitely, he seems happy, don't get me wrong, Brooklyn, but I do wonder if and they'll probably stay together and be happy, but I do feel
Yeah.
like there is some truth to maybe some of Victoria and David's concerns. If I
Yeah,
had
I feel
to
yeah.
speculate, I don't know.
Yeah. Because I'm like, also, they're like, oh, they do everything just for the media, for the cameras. I'm like, you guys are the Beckhams. Like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of the most famous, like one of the most famous families. Like everybody knows who the Beckhams are.
Well,
And it's
and
like,
I mean,
okay, they don't want
I
you to
feel
say
like
something. They don't want you to,
they didn't really, they've played into it, but also like, I mean, paparazzi's still following them at this point in their careers. I mean,
yeah,
that's just the nature of the game, baby. Like they are, like you
exactly.
said, like they are, like that's what it is. And I know
Yeah.
you don't have a choice in who your family is, but
Yeah.
I feel like from my perspective, and I'm not in England, so maybe there's a different, because the royal
Mm,
family, they get a lot of flack over there too. But I mean, I feel like they kept them public, but relatively out of the public eye. Like,
hmm.
we knew what the kids looked like, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
they're not selling them out. They didn't have them start all
Yeah.
these like he's got a hot sauce brand now, but that's his own
I
doing
think,
because he's a
yeah, I feel
chef.
like,
Like
yeah, I
they
feel like the
didn't do all this other
kids,
stuff. They didn't try to
yeah.
capitalize on their image. Seemingly, again, I don't know what things are like over
Yeah.
there.
No, I
Maybe
feel
I'm
like the
missing.
boys, like when they wanted to be kind of like do something in the limelight, they were like
It was
able
their
to do that.
choice
I feel
more.
like,
Yeah,
what's the daughter's name? Harper?
I cannot remember.
Something. But like she is MIA out of like I mean, she's living her life being a
Hmm.
kid, but she's not in the public eye. So it's like it's really if the kids wanted to, because like the others can bopping around doing what they
Well, yeah,
want.
because I mean,
So
he's out here posting on TikTok and Instagram. And again, live your best life, but
exactly. Like
your
use the
parents did
name for your
not,
advantage.
yeah,
Like,
your parents did not sell you and like there are some of
yeah.
those like YouTube creators that I feel like they sell their kids'
Yeah.
likeness, right? Like they have these
I mean, we've done the whole F on family vloggers. Like
I
we
mean,
know. Yeah.
yeah, so they sell their likelihood, their likeness,
Mm-hmm.
their brands, and
Mm-hmm.
I never felt like the Beckhams did anything like that with their
No.
kids. I mean, maybe they monetize
I
everything else in
honestly,
their life, but I don't
yeah.
know.
I've been like after this story like came up, I was like, I've been a Beckham fan, like David and Victoria for like a while. And
That's
I'm
the
like,
thing is
I
like
feel
I
like I
only know
haven't,
their names. I know Brooklyn, I know
yeah.
Cruz, I actually didn't even know Romeo until you said it, and I don't know the daughter's name. So it's like I mean
I
that
think
says
it is,
enough, I
well, it's
feel
because she
like.
stays like kind of hidden
Well,
away, but
but that
I'm
says
just
enough,
like,
right? I mean, I know
exactly,
Victoria and David for sure. I mean, who doesn't? But I
exactly.
mean, it's
So,
just a wild situation. I'm sure more to
mm-hmm.
come because they
And
can't
we'll
keep
be
their
tuned
mouth
in.
shut. Because I
So,
mean, Brooklyn
well,
releasing like
Brooklyn and
five,
Nicola, like, I feel like can't
well,
keep their mouth shut because I feel
because
like
why are we
David and
posting all
Victoria
these
aren't going to be posting.
stories? Well, but they release stuff like to the Sun or whoever, I mean, that's
Yeah.
seemingly so.
Yeah. But,
What a mess.
what a mess. What was the other thing
What's
we were going to talk
well, there's a
about?
couple, I think.
What did you list?
Well, so the next thing I had, we have to talk about Harry Styles' new single.
Okay. Okay. That was the next, because I wanted to do that before the other thing that
Yeah, yeah,
we,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Agreed.
Um, so I listened
So,
to it. Harry Styles came out
yeah,
with a new song.
Aperture.
Aperture? Okay.
And
I was like, am I saying that right?
he
Aperture?
released tour dates. It's in 6 cities across the world
Yeah.
and for multiple days in
And
each
30
city.
nights in New York. Yeah, like
Yeah.
crazy.
He
So
said,
my
forget everywhere else. We're going LA, New
not
York,
even no, he's
London,
not coming to LA. It's not in
Oh, he's
LA.
not?
No.
Okay, okay.
I was like,
Honestly,
this
I
is
wasn't really
crazy.
reading them. Yeah, I
I
was just
saw it
like,
and I was skimming through it. I was like, no LA date. That's actually
and I
insane.
think
But
I was scrolling and not really reading or comprehending because I
mm,
knew there wasn't LA nor New York was gonna be the closest no matter what
of
else was
course. Yeah,
listed
yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah, it was like anyway,
Yeah.
whatever. Ugh.
But okay, so came out with a new song. My first thought was, why is this 5 minutes and 11 seconds? Let's
Okay.
bring back 2 minute, 2:30 to 3 minute songs. Like we don't need the long
I mean,
songs.
I like a 5 minute song if it's done right. So
Okay.
there's that caveat, I think, because there
Okay.
are, I mean, and it's got to depend on the artist, right? I mean, one of my favorite
Hmm.
songs last year was 9 minutes and 30 seconds. So,
Yeah.
I
That's pretty
mean,
deep.
it, but you gotta, you gotta do it right.
You got to do
If
it
you're,
right. Yeah, for
if you're
sure.
out here reliving whatever. So, yeah, I when I clicked on it, thought the same thing. I'm like, Harry, I don't know about you for 5 minutes and 34. Or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
there's
clicked
some
on it.
artists I'll do it for, and it's
Yeah.
warranted and it's fine. But
Yes.
my
Yeah.
inclination was not, yeah, this is about to be a bop. Or that
Yeah.
sounds bad.
No, no,
Um,
no. Yeah.
because so everything coming out before it released was everyone saying it's a techno song, which I think is very interesting and we need to
First,
talk about, but
wasn't the album title like, hold on.
disco all the
Yeah,
time,
disco all the time
or
something.
kiss occasionally, right? Or did I switch those?
It might
Disco
be switched.
occasionally. I think it's
Okay.
switched. It's disco occasionally and kiss
Okay.
all the time or something. Yeah, anyway.
So either way,
Yeah.
that
I'm
doesn't
expecting a
give me, I'm
disco.
expecting
Yeah.
at least a little upbeat.
Well, because I
A
also love the
little
cover
upbeat.
art. The cover art is
The
very
cover art,
like
great.
personal Photoshop Canva moment and I
Yeah.
love it. It feels very
Yeah.
real. But yeah, so I click on it expecting personally disco. I've heard people calling
Personally,
it
just
techno. And
upbeat at all.
techno, I'm thinking maybe even like a Daft Punk type moment. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even looking for EDM. I'm
Yeah.
thinking Daft Punk, like something. And no, I
We
personally I hate
were
to say I was bored. And
okay. I was waiting for you to say
Okay,
something.
I knew
So
you were. I
before
could tell because you're like, I listened
I,
to it.
I
Like,
listened to it,
okay.
my first thought, why was it 5 minutes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Before
yeah.
anyone comes for our necks, we
Look,
have been 1D and Harry Styles fans since
before some of you were born, probably.
literally like me 2012, Katie, when was it?
I
2014?
something like
2015,
that. Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah.
We have loved this man for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Don't come for us. Like we've spent the money on supporting this
Yeah.
man.
I'm
We
entitled to my opinion as a
exactly
fan who has
like
spent hundreds of dollars,
we've driven
hundreds, thousands, maybe.
states
Yeah.
to see this man.
Multiple
So
times.
do
Multiple
not, yeah.
times.
So do not come for us. I was listening to it and I was like, was this not on the album before?
So it's funny that you say that because I was like, this is such a hot take, and I hate to be that person. And again, we're entitled to our opinion, though.
Exactly.
I do feel like I liked Harry Styles 1, and then after that, it's been kind of spotty for me. Harry's House was
Okay.
a little bit of a flop for me personally. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't on my top 5 albums that year.
It
It
wasn't on mine
wasn't.
either, but
I mean, I listened to it. That's all I
yeah.
know all the words to
We
the album. And there are
yeah.
some songs I like on it, but it's not like and I'm a person who likes a whole album, which
Hmm.
I mean, y'all have heard my Spotify Wrapped. You know, I
Yeah.
had 5 Hozier albums in my top 5. Like I'm listening to the whole
Exactly.
thing back to front.
Hmm.
So if I have songs on there that I don't want to listen to, I'm less inclined to go back versus some people I know can only listen to 1 or 2 songs for an artist and they're fine with that. I got
Yeah.
to be able to listen to the whole thing back to front.
Yeah.
So yeah, my thought was like this, and there is something to be said about continuing your like artistic vision, right?
For
Of like maybe
sure.
he wants it to be cohesive.
Hmm.
However, when I was bored of Harry's House and I get the same kind of single when everyone's telling me it's going to be techno and I'm this is my own fault assuming Daft Punk,
Hmm.
but I'm going off context clues. So why
Yeah.
wouldn't I assume?
Everything that you've said, not
Yeah,
you, but like
exactly.
they have said, I'm like, okay, like
Exactly.
this will be upbeat, this will be fun, fresh,
Exactly.
like
And it doesn't, I mean, disco is not all upbeat, but
no, but
for
yeah, for
single,
the first
you
single,
know,
like after ages of him being like not releasing music, like I
yeah.
was expecting something else.
It's giving
Um,
elevator music. Like, and I hate to say, it just didn't leave an impression on me. I'm not inclined to
yeah.
listen to it again. Just,
Yeah,
I listened to it once and I was like, all right.
I was in the car and it was just on repeat, I guess.
Oh,
Because I
God.
was like, when is this over? And then I looked and it was like 31 seconds. I was like, did I
Yeah.
stop? Like, hello?
Well, and
But it
that's the
was
thing
just,
is like he went back to what he did at the beginning for the end of the song, but then it's like,
mm-hmm,
why is it so long? Like, it's not
mm-hmm,
really, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And it was like, yeah, I just felt like it sounded very similar to his other, honestly, both albums. Like it was giving similar to both albums. And I was like, that's fine, but I need you to switch it up a little. I need a
Well,
little
how am I
variety,
gonna
which
bop to this at one of your 30 shows in New York? Like,
exactly.
how am I gonna, it's
How?
just, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't necessarily personally like feeling I was like ready for him to release music, but I wasn't like this wasn't a letdown for me. I don't know if you feel the same way,
Yeah.
but it
No,
wasn't
no,
like
no.
I was counting down the minutes and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden I listened to it and I'm like, wow, like
Yeah.
I
I
at least
honestly forgot. Like Nikki texted
oh
us
yeah, yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, I forgot
Right.
it released
So
today.
we were like literally add it to the list. We'll listen to it
I
30
like,
minutes before
wait,
the
yeah, yeah.
recording.
I was like, I'll turn it on in the car. We'll go. It's fine.
Yeah. But that's the
Um,
thing. It's like, I mean, I'm not even really begging for new music. Granted, I'd rather him stay in music than move, like, stay off the movie screen. So keep it up, I
yeah.
guess. But
Yeah, keep up the music and I'll listen
yeah.
and maybe I'll very much enjoy it. Like he still has there were like 15 songs or something like
Well,
coming, so
exactly. I mean, an album is such a different,
mhm.
situation than a single. Granted, you would think you'd want to pick, you know, a good
Yeah.
single. But and maybe he really thinks this is
No,
his
really. And
best
I
single,
did
but
see like other people like on my Insta or whatever being like, "Oh my God, this is amazing. Like Harry Styles is back, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Lo okay, love. Great."
yeah, good for
He did
you.
like I will be again, I will be tuning in because it's Harry.
Yeah. Yeah,
and we'll just see.
agreed.
We'll just see
What
what
a
happens.
mess. I just
So funny.
I wish I had better things to say. But like you
I
said,
know.
I've been not
We've
counting
been
down,
here,
so
so
it's
it's like,
fine.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that too. All
Oh
right.
man.
Take it away for this next one, Katie.
Is it the one I'm thinking of? It's the people we meet on
Yeah.
vacation movie.
Yeah.
Man, it's like becoming
So
a complaining episode really quickly.
it started off so good.
I know.
Um, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I don't know, whenever we're recording this, Netflix released People We Meet on Vacation, which was a highly
Yeah.
anticipated release for both of us
I
because
mean, y'all have
one,
been hearing about it for almost a year on this podcast. Let's
plus,
start there.
plus,
Yeah.
whether it's just the book or them announcing that they're turning the book into
Yeah,
a movie, like you've been hearing about it. And
exactly.
we were ready. We were sat on a Friday
Literally.
and
I mean, I stayed offline so that way I
yeah,
wouldn't see
same,
spoilers, even though I know how the story goes. Like, I know
right,
what the book's about, how it ends. I
of
know
course.
most. They didn't change like the basics. So it's like I know the
Yeah,
vacations,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
I know what's gonna happen, but
yeah.
here I am
So
waiting.
I'll give my
Yeah,
thoughts
please
before
start.
you give your thoughts.
Yeah.
So, okay, so my thoughts, the movie was good. I enjoyed it as a fun little moment. I was in the middle of reading the book. Like I hadn't done a reread
Right.
recently, so I was like in the middle of reading the book and then the movie came out and I was like, "Oh, okay, like they changed this, they changed that." It was giving Savannah of like, "Do I remember the plot?" But I like, do I
Yeah, yeah,
remember some of
yeah.
these things? So like I was like, okay, so with that, I was like, oh, this is, a fun movie, like blah blah blah. I did feel like it was like really short, but
Which
that
is
might
funny
just
because
be
it's like
like,
2 hours.
no, I know, but then I was like, I feel like it just moved
But for the
quickly.
type, yeah, with all they had to
Yeah,
cover, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It should have been given like, not to bring it up again, a heated rivalries moment of like the episodes and like
To
whatever.
be
Anyway,
honest, the type of book that it is, probably, right? Like with
right,
all
because
the
like
we're
you
we're
have
flashing
so many
forward, we're going
vacations.
exactly,
Yeah, and to
exactly.
like see all the like things that happen and the people they meet, because like they really like they met maybe two
That
people that
one
we
married
saw, and I was
couple.
like, yeah, the
That
one
one married
married
couple.
couple and the
And
bartender, and it was like this is called people we meet
and
on
the guy she hooked
vacation.
up with on vacation, but also that wasn't even the person they met at that
Oh
location
yeah,
in the book. But
exactly,
we'll get to
exactly.
my thoughts.
Exactly. So I was like, it's for a movie called People We Meet on Vacation. We're not meeting a lot of people, and we're just going on vacation with Poppy and Alex, which is
Yeah,
fine, but it's called
right.
People We Meet on Vacation. But yeah, anyway, I enjoyed it for a fun, like I wasn't connecting it to the book,
Yeah,
even
and
though it's like,
I think you have to keep them separate. I'm gonna
yeah,
be
you
honest.
do, you do, you do. Um, because I had some friends who had not read the book and they were like, "Oh my gosh, this is the best movie I've ever
Okay.
seen." Like they loved
Okay.
it. And I was like, "You
Okay.
guys will love the book. Like one's about to borrow my copy." But yeah, so I you had to connect. You have to separate it. So,
Definitely. And I think the people who read the book second are gonna get definitely a better experience
yeah,
reading now because like it's
for
gonna
sure.
add to what they had
And they'll
that
be
what they've
seeing
seen.
like it fully like in
Yeah,
4K and just like the whole moment.
exactly. Exactly.
But here we go.
So, okay. I don't want to complain the whole time because I also, especially for the first like hour, I was vibing. I literally was crying in
Yeah.
the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, you
Like,
were. Yeah, you
and
were.
this is what gets me about the book. And it's very similar for the movie. Like, I felt like their friend breakup was just like, it felt very real and tangible to me. And
Hmm.
so that's what like a lot of the book like hits me in a different way. Like, whatever. I
Yeah.
mean,
Hmm.
it is what it is. So, I did have fun for the first like hour-ish. The second hour, things get a little crazy. Um,
Yeah.
but I think ultimately my big points, like you mentioned with the people we meet on vacation, a lot of the fun in the book is yes, the people they meet on vacation. So in Vancouver Island, they meet a girl who's going to Colorado to become a rafting instructor. And then when they go to Colorado a few years later, they connect with her and she leads them on a rafting tour. When they go to
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco, they meet someone at a winery who gives them a hotel recommendation on the coast. Like there's all these connected pieces. And, you know, you can do the movie without that, but I do feel like what we're just using the title from the book. Like the book adaptation of it
Mm-hmm.
all was a little bit iffy. I do
Mm-hmm.
think Emily Bader, Perfect Poppy, because like she could go,
She was
and what people
everything.
hate about her in the book is how like kind of annoying coded she is. And don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, I see it. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
see it, but
She's just
because
like
she
so
almost is like
rookie.
exactly. But I feel like because she's kind of unaware of it versus some of these other books we read where it's like they're quirky and they like know it or
They're
like are
like, I am
trying to
quirky.
be.
And you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
stop. We
yeah.
get it.
So, but Emily Bader has such a natural charisma that it
Yeah.
it translated well because it could
That was
definitely
truly a
be.
perfect casting.
Yeah, yeah. Tom Blythe, I still think is a good Alex. However, this is where things get dicey. I feel like they just straight up murdered Alex in the screenplay.
I know you do.
Like, so while he's a good Alex, they basically just were like, yeah, he's a control freak. That's it. That's it. That's his whole character arc is
Hmm.
he's been in love with Poppy the whole time and which he has, but it's so different. So okay,
Hmm.
this is a big gripe I have. So Sarah, his college girlfriend in the book, is his high
Yeah.
school sweetheart in the movie.
That was
And it's like
crazy. Hmm.
that to me, it ruins a lot because I feel like it changes Poppy's whole dynamic with Alex because like
Hmm.
it's fine. Like they meet and like have a little bit of chemistry when they first meet does not automatically mean that you need to write him in a girlfriend. Like in like they
Yeah.
did not they have friendship chemistry the first time they meet in the book. And so
Yeah.
he
And
didn't
it
have
was
to say I
giving
have a
like,
girlfriend because he also didn't have one. But I feel like
yeah.
it changes the whole dynamic moving forward because
Yeah.
then it makes Alex look so much shittier that he is with Sarah for over 10
Yes.
years and cannot commit to
Yes.
her. Versus, and yes, they're on and off in the movie still, but in the book, when they meet in college, it's a very different on and off type of relationship. I mean, a high
Yeah.
school sweetheart, it's giving like
Hold on, you're
it's giving like
frozen.
crazy. And then like a college
Oh,
sweetheart is
okay.
so different. I froze for a sec, I think.
Yeah.
It just changes a lot, I feel
It
like.
also like makes like just so shady of like he's had this high school girlfriend and now he's just going on vacations with this other biddy he met
Right.
in college. Like,
Yes, because
but they
they
were doing
started
their
the
vacations
vacations
before
before he met
he
Sarah in the
was,
book.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that
It
was
changes
crazy.
everything.
And I was
And
like,
then, yeah, spoilers,
mhm.
but y'all should know that by now. In the
Sorry,
movie,
spoiler alert.
look, this is not a spoiler safe zone.
We have
Um,
never claimed to be a spoiler
No,
safe
we
zone. So,
literally have never. So in the book, when they go to Italy, Poppy has a pregnancy scare, and it is just that. Like, but Alex is
hmm
very supportive and is like,
hmm
I will be here for you, whatever you need. And she's like, but what does that look like? Do I move in with you and Sarah back in fucking Ohio? And he's like, look, I
hmm
don't know, but don't worry. Like, we will figure something out. And
hmm
then separately in Croatia, he's broken up with Sarah again. He has bought a ring for Poppy. He bought it
hmm
while he was dating Sarah, and he's like, "What am I doing? This is not it." So he breaks up with Sarah. They make out in Croatia, and then Poppy's like, "Look, I didn't mean to do that. Like, we're just friends, blah blah
hmm
blah."
hmm
And
hmm
I understand why they felt the need to do this. They combine Italy and Croatia in the movie. So we
Yeah.
get in the span of 2 minutes, a pregnancy scare,
Yeah.
and then they almost slash. I think they do kiss. Their lips like basically touch. Whether
Yeah.
or
It was like
not,
so close.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah. And it's like, first of all, Alex and Poppy are not cheaters. Let's start there. And you're really
no.
ruining like the vibe of that. And then the
Yeah.
next day in the movie, he's proposing to Sarah in the vineyards in Italy. And it's like he never actually would have done that to Sarah, like as a character, because he knew that
Yeah.
he was always holding himself off for her. And
hmm
then at the end, they end up in New York, which is fine. That's what's supposed to happen. But I feel like we miss so much of like when they're in, so they changed it from Palm Springs to Spain.
Yeah.
When we're in Spain, we don't really see anything, but in Palm Springs, she finds his computer, and on his computer there are job listings in New York because he just
Yeah.
wanted to look and see what was available. Not because she asked him to, not because he was like
Yeah.
planning to move or whatever. He was going to like just because. And I feel like that just deepens like that
It just
they
like
are
makes
meant
the
to be
like
together, but
love
it's not.
that
Yes.
they have
Yeah.
deeper and like more. You're like you
Yes.
feel it more because it's like
Right. He's not really
it's
waiting
so
for
long.
her.
It's the
Like he is, but
yearning,
he
but
isn't.
also yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
He's
low
waiting for her,
key.
but he's not
I don't know
waiting
what the right
like
word is.
yeah, he's not waiting for her to like give him the green light, but he's also not jumping versus like this, I feel like he was waiting for her to give the green light of like, "Oh, I
Yeah,
do actually like you," and now it's like
yeah.
game on versus in the
Mm-hmm.
books it was always like he was truly her friend first and then
Mm-hmm.
everything else
Mm-hmm.
was after. So
Mm-hmm.
even if nothing happened in Croatia and or in Palm Springs, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he might have moved to New York just to be friends with her still. Like versus in the
Yeah.
movie it felt very like and for a rom-com, I'm sure like it has to have some stakes. It felt very like make or break because we didn't have that other context of like, I mean, all these other things. And you can't have
Yeah.
every single detail included, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But there are like big moments like at one of their road trips, and they could have said this at the end or at the any other road trip or any other trip they took, like one of his big lines, and because there's certain ones, right? Like with book lovers, it's like Charlie saying like, um, I feel overwhelmed that you exist or whatever. Like that's his big
Mm-hmm.
line. And the one for Alex is very much like, I feel like I didn't exist before I met you.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you made me up. Like it made you brought me to life basically. And
Mm-hmm.
we could have put that anywhere. That does not
Somewhere
add
just
any extra
thrown in.
time. Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't change like you don't have to add in a whole scene for that. You can throw that line in anywhere. So just like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they missed a lot of good opportunities with things that already
Mm-hmm.
existed in Emily Henry's
Mm-hmm.
writing, like some of that
Yeah.
banter. So ultimately, I still gave it a 3.5. I wanted to give it a 5 in my heart, and I just couldn't bring
Yeah.
myself to do it because of the Alex of it all. Like,
Hmm.
y'all
After you like
really,
stewed on it a while, because
no, literally, that's the one
because
I
like
actually didn't
Savannah,
rate it the same day because I was like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't,
Like
yeah,
you and Savannah watched it, and I was still working. I was like, Shh, try to like
I
I crashing
know,
out. And then like immediately after work, closed my laptop, turned on my
yeah.
TV, like I went. But like after you had time to stew, you were like, actually.
I know. And I
So
feel bad, but because again, it is a lot to undertake. You got 10
for
vacations,
sure.
12 years of a friendship and
Yeah.
relationship, or 10, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, because 18 to 20. Yeah. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they have a lot of ground to cover. Don't get me wrong. It was always going to be a mountain and there was always going to be things cut. And I knew that going in
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
literally texted you guys when I did my reread and I was like, RIP to Colorado, San
Yeah, you're like, this is
Francisco.
gonna be gone,
Yeah.
this is gonna be gone.
Yeah, you
Like,
know, some of those like in betweeners. And
for
even
sure.
like when he went to visit her, when they were supposed to go to Norway and she was sick, it's like that scene was like 2 minutes long. Like
It
there,
was
and that was like a
short.
changing point of their relationship. That one,
Yeah.
we should have cut something else to put, because
It made it a
even as
little,
much as New Orleans was their best vacation in the movie, we could have cut a
mhm.
minute or two from that to bring an extra minute
Yeah.
or two to Norway.
The
So,
montage didn't need to be so long. Like, obviously keep the
yeah,
dancing, because the
yeah,
dancing was
she was
the best
everything.
scene. The
That
best
was
scene in
probably
the
the best scene
whole
of the whole movie.
in the whole
Yeah.
movie. Like, it was so good. But we could have cut some
Yeah.
montage of,
Honestly, after
yeah.
that scene, things really went downhill quick for me because then I'm like checking the runtime. I'm like, how much is left after that? Well, yeah,
Exactly.
because her boyfriend shows up in New Orleans and it's like,
Yeah, I was like,
brother, we're
boo,
ruining the mood because he
go
did not show up
away.
in the books. The first like
Yeah.
boyfriend that shows up, or and girlfriend is in Italy. So it's like, what is he
Mm-hmm.
doing here? Get him off my screen.
Yeah. But I
It's just,
was pleasantly surprised when Lucian popped up in
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Italy
yeah,
as the
yeah.
boyfriend. So,
I know. I keep like I remember he got cast, but you kind of forget,
well, no,
as
literally,
these
because I'm
things.
like, oh, Tom Blythe, Emily Bait are like, those are the
Yeah.
maids. So who else do I need?
And they really made it like they were pretty much the only two people in that movie. Like
Mm-hmm.
we didn't meet many other people, so
No.
Lucas Gage was
Um,
there, but
yeah, her what who played her mom again?
oh, Molly Shannon.
Yes. So
Yeah.
good.
Right.
So good.
See, and those scenes, and they just felt so authentic. It
Yeah.
really like up into New Orleans, I was really feeling what was going on there. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
vibes were
Yeah.
happening.
Mm-hmm.
feelings existed. Yeah, I don't know. So if you haven't read the book, go ahead and watch it
Read it.
now.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
watch it
If you haven't read
first.
the book, watch the movie, then read the
Yeah.
book, and circle back to us.
Exactly, exactly. We gave you the
Yeah.
spoilers, but it's different when you're experiencing it, you know? I
Exactly.
mean,
Exactly.
ugh, so
So
sad.
funny.
Because I was really disappointed. Like,
I
just as a book
know.
adaptation, like you said,
Yeah.
I was really trying to reframe it in my head. I'm like, if as a movie, I do think like it
Yeah.
probably did okay.
Yeah, it was
Like
a
it hit
cute
its
little
mark.
moment, but
Yeah.
yeah, and it's also just tough again, not to bring this up, going from an amazing adaptation of Heated Rivalries
You know,
to that, and I was
I
like,
I feel like that's what we're running into because like there's just so many bad ones out there. Like
I
we already
know.
know that Wuthering Heights one, baby. That's gonna be a moment.
I'm
Um,
I need a full episode. I'm just after because I will
we
watch that day of. I
we
will
will
watch
be
that
doing.
movie.
Okay, I have to. So I did do something. I went to the movies yesterday for the first time in a
Okay.
month. Okay, T.
Oh,
And I
wow.
saw 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Brother,
Oh.
why? I left the theater like, damn, movies are so bad. Like, I can't. I almost texted you guys being like, I'm kind of excited to see Wuthering Heights in theaters. Like, that movie, if anybody listening, check it out, please. That shit,
Okay.
5 stars. Like,
There you
I,
go.
I'm. I'm still thinking obviously about it, but
I love
yeah, I'm
that.
like, man, should I get my Wuthering Heights tickets now? And then I like saw them post today that there's what was it?
The
That carriage with like
carriage
the steam or whatever, and I was like, it brought me back down to reality of like, oh yeah, that's what
of
this is
this
about to be.
director who is about to
Yeah.
like murder this book, actually.
Because I
Like,
literally I left that theater like, man, I'm so because there's not much else coming out between now and then that I'm interested
yeah.
in, like
Hmm.
generally speaking. So I was
Hmm.
really excited, and then I saw that post today, and I was like, okay, yeah, I
I
gotta
first
reel
of
it back
all,
in. I got
yeah, don't get too excited. First of all, the colors were like the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my
like
life.
that blue and
The
yellow
blue and the
carriage, you
yellow.
mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, what is happening? These colors don't work well together. But then I was just like, where in Wuthering Heights is this?
So I know. So we're not going to make this a whole Wuthering Heights moment because we will be doing it again and we've done
Yeah,
it
yeah,
once
yeah. When
already.
the movie comes, yeah, when the movie comes
But
out, we'll be
but
there.
I do have to say I'm like so what we have found out since our last recording and before the movie drops is Emerald Fennell has started doing more interviews about the movie,
Yes.
which is
Okay,
a good
yes.
and a bad thing. So the
Yeah.
good thing for us, which we already knew, is that the
Yeah.
movie is not really going to be an
Not at
adaptation of Wuthering
all.
Heights.
The character names are the same,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
She said
Like,
she read it when she was 11, and
yeah. And she
that's
was
what she's
going off
basing this
the
movie on.
vibe.
Yeah. So, and
She's going
we could tell. So, in a way, I'm glad she said that because I
because
am
we were
going
all
in
speculating with
knowing
the quotation marks, but
exactly,
like
exactly. And the
her fully on
latex and
camera, the
yeah,
bright candy red. I was like, what are we?
yeah. So I'm just glad we got that out of the way. So
Yeah.
I can go in. I knew it was going to be bad, but my
Yeah.
expectations, although I'm trying to temper them from the Bone Temple, but like my expectations are at a reasonable level, I think.
Yeah.
So luckily she has admitted some truths to us
Yeah.
preemptively because I would have hated to seen it and
No,
then hear her say
exactly.
that. Like I had
That would
to
have
know
been
that going in.
crazy.
So yeah, when you're posting shit like these carriages like steaming up, like who's fucking in a carriage in Wuthering Heights? No one. Let's start there. I mean,
Nobody.
they're
But
walking places from what I
apparently,
remember, and I actually
Catherine and
remember a lot.
Heathcliff, like,
That's
or
what I'm
at
saying.
most on a horse, but not a full
Right.
carriage.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I remember more than I thought I remembered from that book, but there was definitely no carriage mentioned. Like
None. Even when
so
like the
her
dad
dad,
went to
yes,
go
it
pick
was
up
not a
Heathcliff,
carriage.
it
Yeah.
no, not at
No.
all.
That's what I'm
It was like
saying. So I
a
saw this carriage.
wagon at best.
That's what I'm saying. So like when I saw this carriage and I'm like, this movie is gonna be generationally bad because it's like, are y'all just like conflating it with Bridgerton now? Like what's
They're
happening? You know what I mean? Like
trying. They're
I
trying. But it's like
guess.
I am not ready for the reviews that come out after this. People being like, "Oh, this was fantastic. It warmed my Wuthering Heights
Well,
heart, like
and
all this, and I'm like,
I'm hoping that because we didn't like the book, maybe if my brain can separate it enough to do a people meet on vacation where it's like, this is just a movie.
yeah,
Like, if I
this
can
is
do that,
just,
I
yeah,
might actually like it if I'm honest. Like, because some of the trailers, I'm
the,
like, I love the weird. I love the idea of the
yeah,
weird.
some of the
I
dark
hate
weird, I'm like,
knowing like that it's an adaptation, but if I can just pretend, I might like it.
I'll
If
try
I
to
can
pretend,
just,
but
yeah.
one thing that it already, again, doesn't have going for it is, I hate Jacob Elordi. So it's like, that's
Ugh.
already
See,
gonna
and
be
it's
bad for
not his
me.
fault. Why did they do that to him? You know what I
I
mean?
don't
Like,
know.
it's not his, like, if you got offered that job, you take it. You know
No,
what I mean?
absolutely.
Like,
This is, I know he thought this was going to be a generational movie
well,
in a good
but
way.
because he's also
But,
worked with her before and it did
oh,
turn into like a
true.
moment with Saltburn with like the bathtub
Yes.
thing. So it's
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
does
yeah.
have like hype
He has
there,
that
right?
connect, but
Yes. Yeah. I know. I know. For me, it's that Margot Robbie has no chemistry with literally anyone. I've never
yeah.
seen her have chemistry with anyone on screen, man or
I'm trying
woman.
to
I
think like
literally,
any Margot Robbie movie I've seen.
I mean, Birds of Prey,
Yeah.
obviously Barbie. I think she was in one of the like Justice League movies as the Harlequin, I
Maybe.
think. I
Oh,
literally,
yeah. Was that her?
yeah. I've
Hmm.
literally never seen her have chemistry with anyone. This Jacob Elordi trailer, she's like, I was swooning when he picked me up, and it's like, I'm not getting that on the screen from the
Yeah,
trailer.
honey. Like, you may need to go back,
Oh, in
take
that
some
Colin
act.
Farrell movie that she did last year,
Wasn't she
it
in
was,
Wolf of Wall Street?
yeah. Did she even have chemistry with him? No.
I
Leo?
don't know.
I don't think she did,
I watched that
personally.
so long ago.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's my bigger issue because the Jacob Elordi, he shouldn't have been cast, but how would he say no?
Yeah.
Margot Robbie cast herself because she's an executive producer of this movie.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
to me is the
She wanted
bigger.
it. Yeah.
Exactly. And then she just picked someone that she liked and he's like I think an upcoming actor, you know what I mean, personally,
Yeah, for
but
sure. Like
again,
I know, even though I
like
don't like him, like I can see. I was
the
like, okay,
merit's
he's,
there,
like
sort
he's
of.
doing things.
I know I said it
He's
today. You can't call him
committed.
not committed because the
Exactly.
way he did three kissing booth movies and is still on Euphoria, I mean,
Crazy.
he could just not. He got nominated
Crazy.
for an Oscar today. He could just not go back to Euphoria, and he did.
And next season they
So,
probably won't, but
I mean, Zendaya's still there, and she got a
I
fucking
know.
Emmy. So, I mean, who's to
She's and
say?
she's Zendaya. Like, what are we talking
Well,
about?
this is true.
Um, God,
I
I
know.
can't.
Didn't even mean to talk about Wuthering Heights, but
No,
sometimes you just
it
get
brings
rage baited
up.
online.
It does. One other thing that we're prepping for the future is
Yeah.
Bridgerton comes out next week.
Yeah, it does.
And are
Ugh,
we doing
we
a
probably
thing?
should. Um, Thoughts on what we've seen so far? Pre-release. So
We've
this is
seen
for your
so much.
average.
We've
I
seen so
know.
much.
I
And
know.
also nothing. Um, what we were chatting about how they were going to incorporate Francesca and
Yeah,
John
John.
more.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see their love story.
To be honest, me too, because in the books, it's a footnote that she gets
Yeah.
married and then they move to Scotland and then her book he dies in the prologue. So it's not even a
Yeah.
spoiler.
Spoiler
Let's
alert. Hello.
No, it's not even a spoiler. It's in the
No, I
prologue.
know. I know.
So So I really do love the idea that we're gonna get a little bit more
Yeah.
of that. And I'm glad
Yeah.
we are because um as much as I love that we got to meet Michaela at the end of season
Hmm.
3, I don't want us to overlook that like John was also a love of her life. Like Francesca did
Yeah.
not just move on to Michael after John's death.
Quick.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, it
Like,
was years later. They were
yeah.
friends first. Like he
Hmm.
always loved her. But she was always like a little more like reticent, I guess.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'm excited to see, yeah, their relationship because
Yeah. And I'm
we're gonna get to see
hoping,
it, and hopefully they don't do too much drama with Michaela for season 4 because it's like that's
yeah.
not the
I was
point. There was
hoping,
never anything going on with them, maybe besides looks, right? Like let's say there's
yeah,
like
like
they look at
quick
each other
glances
across
or
the room.
whatever. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
But I don't want
I
any drama
hope
with
they don't
them.
just like make us, because like last season we were like, okay, yeah, like we see the love, we see the vibe. Like, okay,
Yeah,
I hope they don't make it so that we're literally not like hating Michaela because of
yeah,
like the moments
right.
they give Francesca and Michaela when she's still married to John. Like, I hope they don't do
Yeah.
that to us
Well,
because that would just not set up
I
whatever
know.
season she's going to be.
Well, and something I would like to predict now before, because I think
Hmm.
this episode drops probably the day Bridgerton drops or the day before or after, because it's like the
Oh
29th,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this comes out the day after, I think. Anyway, whatever, that's besides the point. Based on all, and I don't think this is far-fetched to speculate or guess, but I just want to put it out there early. I do think, so in the book, she never had a baby with John.
Oh yeah,
I
I remember you
do
saying this. Yep.
think, yeah, I do think that they will set that up for her and John
Yeah.
at this point because they've mentioned multiple times in like their little teasers about like growing the family and like becoming a family of
Mm-hmm.
three. And so it is very
Mm-hmm.
much like a heavy-handed foreshadowing, but I
Mm-hmm.
do think that could be like a
That could
good
set up
thing.
her
Exactly.
season really well.
And that's what I
And
was
for
thinking
it,
is like
yeah.
that would set up like she needs help with the kid and or kids and Michaela can come
Mm-hmm.
and that gives them a reason to like
Mm-hmm.
kind of maybe stay connected
Exactly.
post John. So
Exactly.
I mean again, I think it's a very heavy-handed foreshadowing, but
Yeah.
just I'm excited. And if they
We'll
don't, then
see.
they really like are
They,
mismarketing.
yeah,
Like
they,
because I feel like it's very possible that I mean, those showrunners don't know what they're doing. So
no,
so
they
just because they
really
tell
don't.
us
And it's
this
like so
doesn't mean it's gonna
crazy.
happen, but
No,
I don't know.
literally, literally.
But I'm excited to see. I feel like poor Benedict, it's a little too late for him, but I'm
He
gonna give
got
it
a
a
haircut. I
shot.
saw a picture of
You
him
know,
today, and I was like, oh, okay, looking young and spry,
I know. Well, and it's not to
but
say
not in the
he
movie,
looks
not in the
old, but
show.
just like I feel like he
It's
had a window and then they just were like,
yeah,
we're doing Colin instead. And it's like, but the girls have been begging. And I think they banked on that. They
yeah,
were like, they're always going to want to see his. So we'll
yeah,
just push it back as far as we want. But
and
I
that's
don't
annoying.
know. I'm excited. It's a Cinderella retelling. You can only fuck that up
Yeah,
so much, right? I mean, in
we
theory.
hope, and I'm excited for the Asian actors in it. I was like, what is the word I'm
Oh,
looking? The
yeah,
Asian
yeah, yeah,
actors that are going to be at the forefront. Like, I'm excited. I don't
yeah.
know how, because I know obviously they'll keep Penelope and Lady
Yeah.
Whistledown like in the thing, and I know she goes to like and sees the queen, and the queen is like, no, do it in the Whistledown voice. But I just hope
Yeah.
it's not too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna overlook that and maybe skip those scenes if we're honest.
Don't, because we have to chat about it. I'll
I'll
bring
still have stuff to say.
something up. No,
I'll still have stuff to
we'll
say.
be here, that so don't get it
No,
twisted.
literally, literally.
Do you have any loves or icks?
I have one love, and that's it
Okay,
because I don't remember anything else from this week. Oh, maybe
perfect.
two. I'll shout out
Oh,
the Bone Temple because I already mentioned it.
yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go see it because the 28 years later franchise, she's booming. There's this
Mm.
trilogy, another one's coming out. Anyway, my other love and something that you may all have seen online, maybe if you follow me on TikTok, setting that in there. Um, I've been having a really rough go of it this January for reading. I don't think I've mentioned that on the podcast yet.
I don't think so.
My first seven books of this year averaged a 1.79 rating out of
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
So, and it's not me. I would like to preface that. Like, I know I'm picky and whatnot, but they were just like stinker after stinker, like
Mm-hmm.
terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for some reason, I finally committed to We've Always Lived in This Castle by Shirley Jackson. I love her, but I'm like 80% done and it's a 5-star read. She can't mess up this last 50
Love.
pages. So
Love.
even if she does, I don't care.
Five star.
And I
It's already
needed
decided.
this.
Yeah.
Exactly. I literally needed this like desperately.
Yeah. It's so
So
funny.
so thank God. We might be out of the trenches for now. So
Ah, love. I am not, I am in the trenches. I have no want to read, but I'm like, I'm still reading, but
yeah.
I'm like, it's just too much. Also, I've been so busy. Anyway, um, I'll start with my icks. I have two. One, since I was out and about, you heard over the weekend, I've gotten sick. I was just
Girl, you stay
sniffy.
sick this winter.
I know. And it's when I'm out and about by people,
Mm.
Berkeley, and then doing all my things. And then my second ick, posting on socials. Any anyone, I hate it. But people be stingy with the likes. So please like our content on my personal page and well, all of our personal pages. Thank you. My loves, one, my niece FaceTimed me today, and I just watched her like eat a pickle for 15 minutes. And then my sister was like chatting in the background, but she was just like talking,
That is
just
so
like
cute.
staring at me eating a pickle. And I was like, I love this. And then my older sister got into heated rivalry.
Oh,
She
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
watching it. Or well, she already binged it and she was like, I'm obsessed. I love these. Like, these are my babies. These are my hockey boys. I was like, this is so funny because it's like obviously we're still all in it, but it's like
Yeah, it was just such a
height
different,
was
yeah.
the height was down there. And so now she's having that height. She's like watching TikToks of people like analyzing frame
Oh
by
my
frame. Like it's
gosh.
crazy. And then she got my brother-in-law to watch it as well. And they just
Love.
finished the binge. And I was like, I love this. So, and then I got to tell
Love.
her, I was like, the first two episodes came out when I was in your house and I was in your
Yeah.
children's playroom on my laptop watching it. She was like, I love that setting for you. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
it was
That's
great.
so fun.
It was so funny. But yeah, those are my loves and nicks. And
Good
thank
week.
you. Yeah, good week, long week, still going week. But it'd be like that. Anyway, thank you everybody for listening. We've had fun yapping and we hope you enjoyed listening. Make sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts and on socials at Close Friends List Pod. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.